What is up, everyone? My name is Jack Sapple, back again with another video, and today I'm here with my SmackDown review for September the 6th, 2016. I believe that was the date. Yeah, doing a bit of a late one this week. For some reason, I don't know, I was lazy, whatever, but anyway, let's not muck around or anything. Let's get straight into the show. So, first up, we'll talk about the opening segment with Daniel Bryan in the ring and the SmackDown Women's titles in there, I'm pretty sure. And he's talking about the SixPack challenge that's going to take place at Backlash, which is, I believe, Nikki Bella, Natalya, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Becky Lynch, and Carmella. So he pretty much announces them all out. He asks Becky Lynch to come out first. He talks about Total Divas, and then Nikki comes out, and that Becky says, you know what, it would mean so much for me to win the women's title and all that. And then Natalya is just like, boring. Yeah, like, you can talk, Natalya. And said that the draft was the worst day of her career because she had to get stuck with Becky Lynch because they were still in a feud and all that at that time. And then she's talking some more shit until Alexa Bliss comes out, talks some more shit, and Carmella comes out, talks more shit, and they argue with each other, and Natalya's like, wait, is Becky trying to turn on each other? And she's like, oh no, I'm definitely not doing that or anything. And then they all crowd around Becky until Naomi and Nikki stand side by side, and pretty much they all fight with each other. Carmella, just as soon as she sees Nikki, just gets out of there, and the two other women get thrown out, and it's just the baby faces ring, which sets up a six-woman tag match later on in the night. So yeah, alright way to open up the show, in my opinion. I think this does make sense to have the women out there and to kind of get their thoughts on right before their match at Backlash. So yeah, I'd like to see the six-pack challenge. Is it elimination? I think it's elimination. It'd be a lot more exciting if it was, so hopefully that'd be good. As soon as we get to that, we get to the Miz versus Apollo Crews, and beforehand, Daniel Bryan was chatting with Shane about something, and then the Miz walks in, and he's still not happy about having to defend his Intercontinental title against Dolph Ziggler. And then Bryan's like, look, if you don't want to have your match with Ziggler, you can just hand over the title right now. And just Miz is like, oh, fine. And it was in gorilla position as well, which I thought was pretty cool. I like how they're going to different places to film their stuff. I think it's really cool, instead of just the typical backstage area where everything else happens. So yeah, nice to see WWE kind of spicing it up a little bit. So we ended up having the Miz versus Apollo Crews kind of take place. Ziggler was on commentary, pretty much giving Miz some shit during the match, and Miz comes out of the ring to talk some trash to Dolph Ziggler and pretty much slaps him, and then he gets on the outside, and then Crews gets to the floor, but Miz then like pushes him into Ziggler, and pretty much Miz sends Crews into the ring post, hits skull crushing finale, and wins the match. Then afterwards, he just runs off without his title because Ziggler now has it, and so he lays the belt down. He's like, come on, man, come and grab it if you want, and all that stuff. And then the Miz, being the little bitch heel that he is, you know, even when, you know, Ziggler's still calling him a coward and all that kind of stuff, he's like, gets Maurice to pick it up for him, because Ziggler's not going to hit a beautiful woman like Maurice. Who would? So yeah, pretty smart stuff by the Miz, and God, he's so good at a heel. It's not funny. Then we get, after that, on the Talking Smack set with AJ Styles, and he pretty much just chats about how he's going to beat Dean Ambrose and how he's the face that runs the place, and he makes fun of a production assistant, which was funny. And then we get to Bray Wyatt backstage, and he's cutting another one of his really creepy kind of promos, and he's, you know, saying like, Orton is no longer the great predator. He pretty much told a fairy tale about man and like the snake and all that stuff, and then he goes and is that the predator becomes prey at Backlash, and that he will be chunks of meat stuck to the teeth of the eater of worlds. Run. So yeah, alright, promo from Bray Wyatt. It's going to sound really cool in the video package, I'm pretty sure, and I really hope that Bray Wyatt, after he gets elevated from this feud, I really hope he does, because, you know, he deserves to get at least one world title match in the future. So yeah, I'm still interesting to see what happens between the match between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. It should be pretty damn good, actually. Then we get to the 6-woman tag match. Nikki Bella, Naomi, and Becky Lynch taking on Alexa Bliss, Carmella, and Natalya. So during the match, this was an alright match. Everyone got their moves in and all that stuff. During the end, Bliss argued with the ref, and pretty much Natalya came in and just kicked Nikki's ass. Naomi took out Natty then, and then everyone takes out everyone. And then Carmella hits her Code of Silence submission on Nikki, and she taps out and ends up getting the win, which is pretty much her legs getting wrapped around someone's neck, which honestly, that's painful. I'd love for Carmella to do that to me. And so right after that, we end up getting a semi-final SmackDown Tag Team Title Tournament semi-final match or whatever between the Usos and American Alpha. And pretty much before that, the Usos had a promo like beforehand the show, and it's like, oh man, we're gonna have a great match with American Alpha, and it's gonna be all good and all that. And so they're still playing up the fact that they're, you know, baby faces. And then the Usos attack them from behind with a double team. But then as soon as that happens, the American Alpha hits their signature move, which is the big, you know, flinging suplex kind of thing, and they end up winning just like that. And then just the Usos, they go to shake their hands, but the Usos, they just snap and beat the shit out of them. Finally, we are getting a Usos heel turn, something they've been desperately needing for a while. And they do this thing where they set up, I think they get Chad Gable's leg because it was injured later on, and then they put it in position, and Jay or Jimmy did like a splash onto his leg, and so his leg's pretty much fucked. And so we find out that American Alpha has been taken out of the match, and that at Backlash it is going to be the Usos versus the Hype Bros, I'm pretty sure, to see who's gonna take their place against the other opponent later on. So I just spoiled the other match, so fuck me, right? We get to Randy Orton backstage with Charlie, the new ring announcer, and he tells a story about his match at Backlash and how the snake was in the bush and he killed the hunter and all that crap. And so we get to this weird-ass promo by Fandango. He's in the mic for some reason. By the way, this was a cringe moment. And then he says, you know, Tyler Breeze is unable to be here tonight, and he's gathering stuff from his fashion line that doesn't exist. And then he brings out this fucking woman who's got tattoos all over her. She's wearing a Dean Ambrose shirt and all that. And then she's like, I need you to dance with me. Can you handle your hips? And so she does the dancing bit, and, you know, Fandango gets pissed or something, so she tells her to fuck off. And, you know, as soon as that happens, Kane comes out and pretty much did what he did to the Milkman last week, God bless his soul. Pretty much chokeslammed him, boom, fire goes up, and he leaves. So what's that going to lead to Kane? Is he actually going to do something, or is this what he's going to do for the rest of his career now? It's just chokeslam people for no fucking reason. So, oh well, we'll see what happens. AJ Styles was walking backstage before, and really funny segment, like a staff member or whatever was looking at his phone, and so he gets the phone and it's like, what the hell are you looking at and all that? You taking a picture of me? And so he grabs the phone and just chucks it at the other wall, and, you know, you have to tell me I'm the face that runs the place, and he's still got Cena's armband on him, so that was pretty funny. So pick up the pieces of the phone there and all that stuff. So that's going to lead to AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose having a big face-off later on tonight. So then we get to another Kurt Hawkins vignette. Of course, they're still hyping it up with those little stupid facts that, you know, he's, you know, the baddest ass on the planet, and that he's going to return next week. So the SmackDown after Backlash. So that's a good time for him to debut, in my opinion. Then we get to the other semi-final match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. It is Rhino and Heath Slater taking on the Hype Bros. During the commercial break, further on the show, Heath Slater introduced the WWE Universe to his family. He's got like 5 or 6 kids, and they're all like ringers or something. And of course, his wife or girlfriend that was in the trailer home segment last week. And so they're all in the front row watching him come out. And God, who knew Heath Slater would become this over? They've actually got something to do with him now, instead of saying, oh, you're going to lose to fucking Baron Corbin or something like that. So we get a pretty standard match, Hype Bros doing their thing, and pretty much Ryder went to roll up Slater for 2 count. He gets dropped to the turnbuckle, and then Ryder goes to a broski boot, misses that. Rhino pulls him out of the way, and Rhino gets tagged. It's like Heath Slater, he hangs in there for a little bit during the matches, but he doesn't end up winning because, he's fucking Heath Slater. But then as soon as Rhino tags in, gore, just instantly, which I love. Rhino ends up getting the win. No, Rhino ends up getting the win, and they advance into the tournament. So it's going to be Rhino and Heath Slater taking on someone else, either the Usos or the Hype Bros, for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. It'd be crazy. I think they're going to fucking win the tournament. I feel like Rhino and Heath Slater is going to win, because I think Usos are going to be Hype Bros, easy. Then later on, they'll have the match. And then let's just say either Jason Jordan or American Alpha themselves screw over the Usos, and Rhino and Heath Slater win. So that's my little conundrum, what I think is going to happen. I mean, it really can happen, in my opinion. But anyway, that's just what I think. And so, yeah, we go to the Talking Smack area, and the Usos come out and say, you know what, we're sick of being disrespected, these new teams come in and no one cheers for us, we're sick of this crap, we busted our ass for years, no respect shown. And so it's official, Usos are heels, baby. I think they should change up all their colourful attire and go a little bit darker, in my opinion. Maybe just scrap the face paint, or maybe go for a more kind of creepy face paint. Who knows? But as soon as that happened, we get the big stand down between AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose. And Charlie tries to interview them during it, but Ambrose is like, look, you gotta leave the ring, because AJ gets a bit nervous around beautiful women, and let's just say it can get a bit ugly, and say, hey, don't worry, AJ, I'm going to give you some gold right now. And he gets him an old bowling participation trophy, which is funny. And then he says, look, I kind of feel bad for you, AJ, because that's the closest you're ever going to get to gold. And then AJ says, oh, it's always a joke with you, Dean, and that you have no idea who you're dealing with, because you won't make a joke out of me. I'm the face that runs the place. And then Ambrose is like, dude, I already did. And shows last week of AJ Styles getting his nuts on the ropes, which is still funny. And then they squabble for a bit more until AJ can't handle it anymore and kicks him in the dick. And then Ambrose just automatically goes down, and he keeps saying, I'm the face that runs the place, and that's how we end the show. So yeah, I thought that was a cool promo to kind of end off SmackDown, with AJ and Ambrose. They're setting up for a big match. I hope these two guys can deliver. Ambrose, he can definitely deliver on a good match, and with AJ Styles, it's fucking AJ Styles. If he can have a fantastic match with Cena, then surely he can have a kick-ass match with Dean Ambrose. So yeah, I'm really excited for Backlash, honestly. I think this is going to be a great pay-per-view, lots of storylines being developed, who's going to win the tag titles and the women's title, and yeah, I'll get more to it in my predictions later on in the week. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below what you thought of this, and if you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. You'd be glad you did. Twitter and Instagram is at JackmanLove. If anyone want to check me out there. Also check out the Bullshit Club, Mr. Edge TV, and the 5/8. The links will be in the description below. I'm going to sign off quickly because my dog is going crazy in the background. I don't know if the mic's going to pick it up, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later on in the week, and I'm out in 3, 2, 1.